Dear Sherry, what are terpenes and are they important? I'll admit I'm a cannabis newbie, but I hear this word being thrown around a lot at my local dispensary and I want to understand what they're talking about. Well, that is an excellent question, and yes, terpenes are definitely important. In fact, be sure to check out the comments below for a link to my terpene cheat sheet that will fill you in and give you the lowdown on the most common cannabis terpenes. And before we get into this discussion, I just want to remind everybody, hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because I try to upload new videos every Wednesday. Hit the like button too if you get value out of these videos. Okay, terpenes are the compounds that give plants, not just marijuana plants, but all plants, their scents and aromas. From the plant's perspective, terpenes provide it with natural protection from bacteria, fungus, insects, and other environmental threats. From our perspective, terpenes have health-giving effects in cannabis and in other plants as well. Over 140 terpenes have been identified in cannabis, and besides giving each marijuana strain its unique aroma and flavor, these organic hydrocarbons also play an important role in how a given strain makes you feel and the health-giving qualities of the plants. Terpenes interact with cannabinoids and are integral to what scientists call the entourage effect of whole plant medicine. This essentially means that the sum of the cannabis plant's parts is greater than any of the individual cannabinoids, such as CBD or THC, or individual terpenes. The power of the entourage effect is one reason why I personally favor whole plant medicine and use it in making my edibles and topicals. As research into cannabis and terpenes progresses, it's changing a lot of what we used to think we knew about marijuana. For instance, the old school conventional wisdom used to divide cannabis into the broad categories of indica, sativa, and hybrid. And conventional wisdom used to say that indicas were better for relaxing and sleep, while sativas were more energetic and creative. But science and research have now found that the cannabinoid and terpene profiles of any given strain are what likely causes its effects and are likewise better predictors of what to expect from a given strain. Each cannabis strain has a unique combination of terpenes and cannabinoids, not to mention compounds called flavonoids that we know even less about. It's that combination in any given strain that makes us feel the way we do. Choosing cooking or smoking material according to terpenes can help medical marijuana patients get better symptom relief. As we know the effects of various terpenes, it only makes sense that cooking with or smoking strains high in those terpenes could provide additional symptom relief. For instance, a strain high in linalool, which is a sedative, will likely be better for bedtime edibles than a strain high in limonene, which is energizing. To put this into practice, look for terpenes that help the symptoms you're seeking relief from, such as insomnia, pain relief, or inflammation, and then shop for those strains high in those particular terpenes. To sum up, for practical purposes, terpenes have three big effects on the cannabis you consume. 1. Medicinal effects. As we discussed above, the terpenes determine most of the effects that used to be attributed to the broad plant classifications of indicas and sativas. If you prefer certain strains over others because of the way they make you feel, chalk a big part of that up to the strain's terpene makeup. Flavor. Number 2. Just as a fragrant, juicy, ripe peach, pineapple, or melon has more flavor than one with little scent, terpene-rich cannabis is simply more flavorful than strains that are weaker in the terpene department. Likewise, cannabis with strong, pleasant scents provides more enjoyable smoking or vaping experiences. For cooking, terpene-rich cannabis will be favored by chefs and foodies trying to pair their flavors and terpenes. And third, price. Terpene-rich cannabis is the marijuana equivalent of a fine wine. But just as fine wines often come with higher price tags than $2 chuck, so does terpene-rich cannabis. In fact, there's a saying in the cannabis industry, smell sells, meaning that consumers tend to favor and pay more for highly scented nugs. Keep in mind, however, that terpenes have nothing to do with the potency of the THC. Hope this helps. See you next time.